Hello everyone, welcome to Gamer Bros. Recently I was asked how to fix NAT issues and I thought it would be a good idea to create a video so everyone can benefit from it. So I hope you like the video, let's get started. First I'm going to explain how NAT works, so if you just want the fix, you can skip to 2 minutes and 38-second mark. Okay, let's see how NAT works. NAT stands for Network Address Translation, and it's used by our home routers to translate our local IP to our public IP. If I go to my computer and open any application that needs to talk to the internet, or if I go to my browser to open a web page, this connection comes from my computer, goes to my router, and from my router goes to the server, and the response comes back from that server to my router on the same port number and goes back to my computer. Because our routers have a database of known ports and applications, they have automatically opened those ports for us. Okay, let's say I want to play For Honor today because I haven't been spammed for a while. What's going to happen is our request is going to go to our router to get translated from our local IP to our public IP. That gets done, and the request goes to the server on port 443, and the response, let's say, comes from port 14,000. I'm going to tell you where port 14,000 come from, where you can find it for any games in a bit, but in this example we're going to use 14,000. So the response comes back from port 14,000 and goes back to the router. Because port 14,000 is not associated with a known application, the port for it is closed. When my router goes through the response to see where it needs to send it, it's going to see port 14,000 and it's gonna say, I don't know which application is using port 14,000, so the traffic dies there. And if I tell it I'm going to be playing For Honor on my PlayStation, when the response comes back from the server, my router will know that, oh, this is For Honor, he plays it on his PlayStation, let's send it back to his PlayStation. Okay, as we can see, my NAT type is red. Okay, before we can start forwarding the ports, we need to know which ports to forward. And this applies to any game or application that you want to do the port forwarding for. It can be Call of Duty, it can be For Honor, it can be any other game. So in order to find the ports, what I usually like to do is to just do a Google search for Honor ports. And I usually like to go to the websites of the creators of the game because it's a better source to trust, and at the same time it's easier to find. So when we go here, we can see we need to open these ports. So let's log into my router so I can show you how you can actually implement this. What we need to do is to find out which IP address is being used by our router. And to do that, we can open a new command prompt and type in ipconfig. Usually, this IP address is the IP address for your router because most of us use our router as a DHCP server as well, and we can use this IP address to connect to our router. So if I open a browser tab here, we can see if I go there, I need to log in. Okay, now I'm logged into my router. What I need to do is I need to go to the advanced tab and look at a few things. First thing I want to look at is to see if UPnP is enabled. UPnP is used to automatically do the port forwarding, and sometimes it doesn't work because, as we already talked about, the database might not be updated to your application specific. So if you check the UPnP and see it's enabled, but you still are having connectivity issues, I recommend using port forwarding or port triggering or virtual servers. These are the things that you might want to be looking for. These are the keywords that are used in our routers. And I can't cover all routers because just like any other device, the user interface of each router is different, and it's simply not possible for me to go over all of them. But for now, I'm going to show you mine as an example, and you can just look for the same keywords, and it's going to be really, really similar. So if we go to application forwarding in my router, I can create a new profile called for honor 1, and I can send it to my IP address. I've given my PC a fixed or static IP address, so I can use this feature easily. If you feel like you need help with those, just let me know, and I'm more than happy to create another video talking about static IPs, DHCP, or whatever you might think that it's needed for you to have a better understanding of this issue. So I'm going to create my profile. Now I have to tell it which ports I want to be forwarding. Okay, don't forget to log out when you're done with your router, and let's go check out the game. Alright, now we can see that it's fixed and my net type is green. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to go over any of these things that we talked today in more details, I'm more than happy to do so. Just let me know and I will create that video for you.